I found a box in my dead mother's attic. I wish I never opened it. I want to start by saying my mother was the kindest woman I ever knew. I need you to hold on to that, because by the time I finish telling you what I found, you're going to forget it, and she deserves to be remembered. She passed in February, pancreatic cancer. 6 weeks from diagnosis to gone, which is its own kind of cruelty, the kind that doesn't give you time to say half the things you meant to say. We had the funeral, we had the casseroles, we had the neighbors squeezing my hand and telling me she was at peace now. And then it was just me in her house. I'd been putting off clearing the attic for 3 months. Every time I pulled down the fold-out stairs, I'd smell her, that specific mix of cedar and the rose water she kept on her vanity, and I'd just close it back up. I wasn't ready. But April came and the estate lawyer started leaving voicemails, so I tied my hair back, I got a flashlight, and I went up. Most of it was what you'd expect, Christmas decorations. My old school projects she'd kept in labeled folders, 3rd grade, 4th grade, all the way through high school. A box of my dad's things from when he left, which was its own gut punch. He walked out when I was 4. I barely remember his face without photographs. I was almost done. I was going to be okay. And then I moved a broken rocking chair that had been shoved against the far wall, and I found the metal box. It was a lockbox. Gray, heavy, the kind you get at a hardware store, but it wasn't locked. The latch was just resting shut, like it had been opened recently, like someone had been inside it. I told myself it was documents, insurance papers, maybe a will she hadn't filed. I told myself a lot of things in the 3 seconds before I opened it. There were photographs inside, not family photos, not Christmas morning or birthday candles or any of the normal things. These were surveillance photos, printed on regular copy paper, slightly grainy. A man I didn't recognize, maybe 50, heavyset salt and pepper beard, photographed from a distance. Getting into a car, walking into what looked like a grocery store, sitting on a park bench, dozens of them. Spanning what looked like years, based on the way his hair went from dark to gray across the stack. Under the photographs were handwritten notes. My mother's handwriting. I'd know it anywhere, the little loop she made on her lowercase g's. Dates, times, locations. Written with the kind of methodical patience I'd only ever seen her apply to her garden, to her recipes, to the careful way she loved people. I sat there on the dusty attic floor for a long time. Then I found the birth certificate at the bottom of the box. Mine. And the father's name on it wasn't blank, the way my mother had always told me it was. I won't write the man's full name here, but I will tell you that I recognized his last name immediately, because it's a name that's been in local news for 30 years, a family with money, old money, the kind that quietly makes problems disappear, the kind that would have made my mother disappear too, I think, if she hadn't been so careful. She never confronted him, never went to the press, never hired a lawyer, never asked for a single dollar. She just watched for decades, keeping track of a man who didn't know she existed, keeping track of a father who didn't know about me. I don't know if it was protection or obsession or some grief so specific it doesn't have a name. Maybe all three. Maybe that's what happens when someone has no good options and has to make their own kind of peace with it. I haven't reached out to him. I've thought about it every day for 4 months and I haven't done it. What I keep coming back to, what keeps me up at 3 in the morning, isn't the secret itself. It's the image of my mother, alone, carrying this, smiling at me across the dinner table and asking about my day and never once letting me see the weight of it. I think about how well she knew me and how little I knew her, and I think that might be the most twisted thing of all. Not what she hid, but how completely she loved me while hiding it. Like she built a whole warm, safe world for me and just quietly went to pieces in private. She was the kindest woman I ever knew. I'm still holding on to that. I don't know what else to hold on to. If you've been sitting on a secret that's been eating you alive, you're not alone. Drop it in the comments. Sometimes the only way out is through.